Teena Hughes from buildawebsitetonight.com. In today's tip, I wanted to share with you some information on searching in Google. Now, there's lots of different ways to do your searches, but most people use the same way of searching over and over. So I have a few little tips for you. In the first blue box on the left-hand side, I talk about how to use Google search as a calculator. Now, you can use it to multiply, divide, find a percentage, add or subtract. And this is basically all you do. In the search box, you type a number, a space, and then the operator. Now, the operator is the asterisk, the slash for divide or whatever. So here I've got 27 space, then the asterisk for multiply, then a space, and then the second number. So you use that all the way down. With percent of, the of is right next to the percent symbol. So that's how easy it is to use as a calculator. Now, next to that, I have how to use as a currency converter. I use this all the time because I deal in several different currencies. Basically what I do, I go to the search box, I type a number, then I do a space, then I put whatever the currency is that I actually have. So, for example, euro, and then I do a space, and then the word in, another space, and then what do I want it to be converted to? Let's pop over to Google and I'll show you an example. Okay, here we are. So say, for example, I wanted 873 multiplied by 295. I just typed those numbers in, and then I didn't even have to press enter or return, and the result appears down here. So here is the actual result. So again, if I wanted to use the minus sign, you can see the result down here. If I wanted to use the division, which is the slash just below the question mark on your keyboard, you can see here the result. And if I wanted to use the plus symbol, same thing, you can see the result here. So it's very easy to use. Let's go back to the other examples. All right. Now I have some suggestions how you can use Google search for websites. Now, what does this mean? Here I have title and then a colon. So after the colon, I put the website name. I don't put the HTTP. I don't put the www, just the domain name. So what's the title tag for this page? So if you know anything about SEO or HTML or building websites, you'll understand what a title tag is. If you don't know what that is, don't worry about it for the moment. It's obviously something that you're not trying to research or learn more about right now. The next one I have is related with a colon and then the domain name. So if you use that operator, this lists web pages similar or related to that particular domain. Now here's another one, in URL and a colon. And then I've put the word Montmartre, which is a suburb of Paris. So this means that it will search for URLs with this word in them. So the in URL means search for a word in that URL. So right across the internet, you will find, if you do this particular search, you'll find a whole list of results come back with the word Montmartre in the URL or the website link. On the right hand side here, I have link with colon, and again our example is cnn.com. Now this shows pages which link to the site or specific pages, so that if you put cnn.com and then slash and then an actual page link at the end of it, so an internal page of the website, that's what I mean by specific pages here. So if you're trying to find out if a page has any incoming links, this is the one you would use. Now with this one, site colon, this will show you all the indexed pages in the Google index. The next one is cache colon. This shows Google's latest cache. Now a cache is just a snapshot or a copy of the website that Google has, which makes it searching faster. So if there's a cached version of a website, quite often when you do a search, the cached version will appear. And as to when is the latest, that could be anything depending on how frequently Google comes and visits your site. Now for locations, here, if you wanted to know the weather in a particular city, you can just go to Google and type weather Melbourne. Or if you know a zip code or a postcode, you can type weather and then the zip code, and that will find it for you. So let's say I type weather 90210. Let's go over and have a look at that. So in the Google search box, I type weather 90210. And I didn't have to press return or enter. I'm using the Chrome browser at the moment. So you can see here's the 90210. It's Beverly Hills, California. And you can see the weather has appeared. So say if I do weather Paris. So we have Paris, France. It's automatically gone there. And you can see the different options popping up here as well. Weather, Paris in October, November, September. So there are more common search results that you can also choose. Okay, let's go back to the PDF. Now here's one that I haven't used before, but I found out about, and it's the residential phone book for cities in the USA. And the way to do that is R for residential, right next to the word phone book, no spaces anywhere. And then the surname, I've put an example as Jones, and NY for New York. So this is how you can look up phone numbers without knowing whether it's white pages, yellow pages, pink pages for each particular city or state. Now this one's good. If you want to book flights between two cities and you happen to know the airport code for those cities, just type in the two airport codes and see what happens. So let's pop over and do that. So if we have Sydney and Charles de Gaulle Airport in Paris, so straight away you can see here the advertisement is for Sydney CDG Compare International Airlines, and then as we scroll down you can see cheap flights to Charles de Gaulle Airport in Paris, France from Sydney. So this is a really cool, quick little option that you have. On the right hand side here you can also use Google search to work out measurements. Now for example, you can type in whatever you know, for example 25 ounces, you want to know what it is in grams, so just type that, 25 ounces in grams. Say you have 5 pounds of flour and you want to know what it is in kilos, so you type that in, 5 pounds in. You can either write the word kilogram or just put kg for kilogram. So you can see the same thing works for teaspoons, mils, cups of liquid, meters to feet and the reverse, and then for weight, stone, etc. So that's also another very good thing you can use it for. Now I've added two more things at the bottom of this PDF that I'm going to be sending you. The search results options. You can streamline the way your search results are presented on the screen, and I've put a link here where you can go to that. Now as mentioned, if you're on my mailing list, you'll be receiving this PDF, so you'll just be able to open it up and click on the link to go straight to it. And because Google Plus is pretty big, and it's bursting all over the internet right now, I thought a lot of people might not really know what it's about. So I found a link for tips on what Google Plus is and how to use it. You can visit this page on Google. Okay, that's it from me for now. This is Teena Hughes from buildawebsitetonight.com. If you'd like more tips like this and you haven't signed up for my newsletter, you can do so. It's called Your Biz Hot Tips Newsletter. And again, this is Teena Hughes saying cheerio for now, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye-bye.